According to a new interview with Liam Gallagher that appeared in Mojo magazine, Oasis was offered an enormous amount of money to get back together and go out on tour, and Noel Gallagher refused to do so. So the question is, does Noel Gallagher have a price? What would make him decide to get back together with Liam and form some version of Oasis and go back out on the road to celebrate their classic discography and legacy? The answer is, I have no idea. All we can deduce from this interview is that there was a substantial amount of money involved and Noel didn't seem to be motivated by it. So here's the quote from Liam Gallagher that was in the article I read. Quote, "I did call him. Well, my people called Noel's management team. We put an offer on the table for an Oasis thing because we got offered it, and he said no. It was a big tour, a lot of money. He turned it down. So if he turned it down and there was a lot of money involved, we can deduce one thing: he doesn't need money. Whereas if you looked at Liam Gallagher, you could possibly deduce that he does need the money. Partially this is because Noel Gallagher was the primary songwriter in Oasis and probably still gets the lion's share of the royalties for all of the classic Oasis songs, whatever royalties are remaining. Another thing we can take away from this comment by Liam is that whatever negotiations might have been going on between the two of them, Liam seems ready to work with Noel in order to get the band back together. In other words, if there were other issues than money, Liam seems ready to work them out. He seems anxious to get the band back together. And then finally, the question is, will they ever reunite? And if they did, would it be a good thing? So I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to say they probably will end up getting back together and doing a tour at some point, but I don't think it's going to be in the very near future. I think it may be a few years off yet. Will it be a good thing? I think it will be a nostalgic thing, and I think it'll be good for Oasis fans. I don't think that Oasis as a creative force will ever return again. I don't think the band will ever put out any new material that's really going to be able to hold up to what they've done in the past. So the fact that Noel turned down this potential offer to go out on tour shouldn't be taken as a serious loss in terms of new Oasis material. It would have just been an excuse to get out there and celebrate the old stuff. I don't think there was anything missed in terms of new creativity coming from the two brothers. Now, finally, in terms of whether or not Noel is turning down the money for good reasons, meaning he wants to preserve Oasis's legacy, or for personal reasons, or he is not anxious to revisit some of the old animosity that he had with Liam and the other guys in the band, I tend to lean toward the latter. I think that he's gotten older and wiser and he doesn't want to go through it anymore. He doesn't want to go through the aggravation that he experienced, particularly during the very end of Oasis. Anyone who followed the band knows that they had kind of a contentious end to their run, particularly between Noel and Liam, and it's not as though Liam and Noel ever really did get along. And if you put yourself in his shoes, you can kind of see why he might not want to get out there and sign up for a tour involving a lot of struggle. So anyway, I do believe we're going to see Oasis back again at some point. I do believe that their best days are behind them so far as being a creative force, but I also think that it would be good to see them get back out on the road so long as they were still able to play at a viable level. This is what I think, but what really matters is what you think. So if you have a thought on this or any other topic connected to classic or contemporary music, please drop it in the section below and remember to like and subscribe. I'd also like to point out the new join button that we have for those of you who would like to support the site. If you click the button, you'll see all the perks you can get by becoming a member, including members only badges, members only polls, members only videos, and other cool things that you see when you click that button, which I hope you'll do. Thanks a lot.